Fairuza from 12 Science 5. In this video, I'm going to report some news that happened in Myanmar. 10,000 demonstrators filled the street in Myanmar to protest former civilian Aung San Suu Kyi's trial, which began this week in secret. Protesters have been calling for the reinstatement of democracy since the military launched a coup on February 1st. The protesters in Myanmar are also calling to create a society that ignores the new military rules. At secret locations across Myanmar, healthcare workers who used to work for the government now say they work for the people. Hundreds of thousands of public servants are on strike as part of the Civil Disobedience Movement, or CDM. They defied military limits on gatherings to launch the country's largest protest in more than 10 years. Firefighters created their own fire brigades. Engineers stopped constructing buildings. When the real police arrived to arrest the doctor, citizen police rushed into the street to protect them, and the teachers refused to teach in government school. The CDM movement is targeting the states of military foundations. Protesters heard the military might seize money from banks, so they blocked central banks and called on bank staff to join the movement. Protests also tried to prevent the junta from collecting taxes. What the military is doing is reversing Myanmar's fragile democracy. The February 1st coup declared a state of emergency and installed army leader Min Aung Hlaing for at least a year. Democratic leader Aung San Suu Kyi is now in house arrest and facing charges that could lead to years of imprisonment. And now the junta is beginning to use violence in southern Myanmar. Police fired rubber bullets. In the north, soldiers fired to disperse the crowd. And this week, for the first time, the protest began. Soldiers appeared on the streets in armored vehicles. The military spokesman claimed civil servants are being manipulated. As night falls, protesters bang on pots and pans, a tradition to ward off evil spirit. Hundreds of miles away in Bangladesh, Muslim Rohingya refugees express solidarity. Myanmar's ethnic minorities are especially vulnerable, and no minority has suffered the military war more than the Rohingya, and civilian leaders have not helped the military. The military through small holds the levers of power, but it outnumbered by protesters who hope to reduce leverage by creating a society that's run by the people. By the Newsweek's hours, I'm Fairuza out.